Hey everyone, my name is Meza and this is yet another super quick Satisfactory tutorial. And today we're going to be talking about priority mergers. If you ever wanted a priority merger, then you exactly know what I'm going to show you, and I'll show you how to make it. If you've never needed one, then this episode might not be for you. Currently, we have an overflow splitter, which is great. The priority mergers are basically the opposite of that, allowing a merged input to be prioritized over another one. And that's what we're going to make today in vanilla Satisfactory. So building a priority merger is really simple. All you're going to need is some mergers, some splitters, some conveyor lifts, and conveyor belts. I have them on my hotbar right now. The way that you build them up uses the same design as we've used previously to build overflow splitters before they were a thing. So what that consists of is 5 or more splitters in a row, and then you grab a bunch of mergers, plop them on the top. The direction doesn't matter because it's only used for spacing. And then you place down another set of mergers facing the same direction as the splitters. And then you can remove the middle part. Now, what you want to do is connect all of these lines up and then place in elevators on both sides. Now, the way that this works is due to math, and I'm not clever enough to explain this to you guys, but you can figure it out. The input goes in on the bottom, it gets split into 3. 2/3 of that is going to go up to the mergers on top, and only 1/3 goes forward, and then 2/3 of that 1/3 gets put to top, blah blah blah. I honestly can't really tell you how this works. So this is the input, that is the output, and that is basically it. This is your priority merger, and the only thing that differentiates it from the overflow splitter is how you hook it up. The bottom one is going to have priority over the top one. So if you put items here, the items from this one will only ever flow if there's no flowing going through here. But before we hook that up, what we need to do is come to this end and hook up the output. The output is the top row, the mergers. So what we're going to do is put down an elevator here, bring it down, and put in a storage bin right here, and then connect this up. The reason why I recommend putting this conveyor lift in is that it actually blocks the output that you don't want to use. It's just a safeguard. And to prime the system, we're going to remove this belt so that it doesn't flow anywhere. And we're going to put in a bunch of concrete. What this is going to do, this is going to fill up the internal buffers of these structures, because the mergers and the elevators and the splitters, they can all hold some items, and you can see that we're actually pumping in quite a substantial amount even without having a storage on the other end. So we're going to need to go and wait until this fills up like so, and then we're going to put a bunch in here as well. Actually, we can put all the rest in there. There we go. And you can see that that is full already. Now, as we connect up the output bin, there is going to be a bit of movement on the top. That is normal. It takes a while for the entire system to settle as items go here and there, but eventually that top line will have a 1 in 1,000 chance of actually putting an item into the system, something like that. So let's just hook it up, and I'm pretty sure that people in the comments are going to put in the exact numbers, so thank you already. So here we go. It's actually settled. That is very nice to see. And you can see that the bottom is flowing, the top isn't. And if we would go ahead and remove all of these items from here, let's just climb up here and look at it from the top. We'll have to wait for the items to run out. And then we have to wait until the items run out of these internal buffers. But once there is space on the belts that are dealing with the output, this secondary input will fire up. You can see that it starts going faster and faster and faster, and there we go, it took over. If you place items back, then what you can see is that the top row slows down and it will eventually come to a complete stop. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you build priority mergers. I know that this is available in a mod as a single unit, just like the overflow splitter, but if you want to do this in vanilla, this is how you do it. Hey, I hope you learned something today. If you have, make sure to hit the like button and click subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or head on over to twitch.tv/VSBMeza3 where I stream Satisfactory a lot and you can ask me questions live. If you're interested in more of these tutorials, here's a playlist that you can follow. Or if you want to go through to what YouTube thinks you should be watching, then here's a video for you.